looking at this pipe here, there is so much waste coming out of it into our seas that should not be in our toilets at all. That green bit there and the pink bit, they're tampon wrappers. It says Tampax on the outside. Obviously wet wipes everywhere, sanitary towels galore. I've never seen this many sanitary towels around before.
Where we are is on the shores of Langston Harbour. It's a site of special scientific interest. It's a special area of conservation, and it's a Ramsar site because we have lots of wonderful birds that visit here for feeding grounds on their migratory routes. But the problem with this area, and it's a rather urbanised area, it has an influence of quite a lot of pollution as well. And we think that those pollutants are affecting the wildlife here, and the life here could be a lot more flourishing, let's say. And some of the pollution that we have here is from stormwater overflows and sewage. We have historic landfills based all around here which could well be leaking chemicals that we banned many, many decades ago. And we have lots of inputs from farming and road runoff as well. We found cocaine in our marine organisms, we found MDMA, we found methamphetamine, and these are in crabs, in oysters, in seaweeds, in worms that live in the sediment. Well, these are quite biologically active compounds, and we don't really know what effect it's having on them yet. We know for some of the other prescribed pharmaceuticals that they can have quite dramatic effects. So if you cage a fish downstream of a sewage treatment plant, it will start to feminize within a couple of weeks. If you give a crab or a fish antidepressants, it will change its behavior in very much the way it was designed to change our behavior if we took that medication.
It is a scary prospect, and they don't, maybe not so scary for people of my generation, but actually kids much more vulnerable to this thing. They're a lot longer to live with these things going on around them and even inside them. So for myself, I've actually now stopped swimming. My whole group was just disbanded because of the problem. Yeah, stopping swimming makes you feel very sad, and actually I liken it in many ways to other sports. So if you had someone throwing sewage on your cricket pitch, you wouldn't be very happy, or on your football pitch, you wouldn't be very happy, would you? But the same's happened here with our swimming activity.
Yeah, they just sort of come out and get drowned out.
There's this, rather than having to sort of flip the other parameters as well. That's the same one.
Yeah, there have been concerns amongst those scientists that study whales and dolphins that the concentrations of some PCBs are so high now that it's preventing them from reproducing and they're infertile. And it's thought that some populations will become extinct in the future. Now these PCBs, these polychlorobiphenols, were in our electrical components and banned over 30 years ago, but they're still presenting a problem now for our wildlife. So now there are a new group of chemicals that we're worried about called PFAS compounds. Now these are known as the forever chemicals, and they're found in our non-stick frying pans, on our waterproof jackets, in stain proofing in our carpets and in our clothes. And there's 1,000 different types of these, and we're now starting to understand that they are now detectable in all our wildlife. They're detectable in us, and we really need to work faster to get some of these banned.